Welcome back to the studio. So we're going to play with some balance exercises again, add some onto the first series we did as a second kind of compilation of some of my favorite balance exercises. And some of these are nice and easy, and so you're able to really kind of build yourself a nice little repertoire of things to try at home. If we're going to have our feet about shoulder width apart here, we're going to have a softness to the knees. We're just going to try to maintain our balance and start to add in some layers of complexity. So we can do hands on hips here, or you're welcome. Again, we've said about having our hands on a chair or holding onto a wall or a strong table beside you. We're going to take one toe forward and we can tap it in. Tap it out to the side. Tap it in, tap back, tap it in, and we try again. So again, it's forward, in, and all we have to try to do is maintain our balance. Try to hold yourself on top of the body. What happens if we tap and keep the foot wide? Tap and in. Arm forward, side, tap and in. What happens if we add a little bit of a lift? If we reach forward, lift, side, lift, back, lift and in. Shall we try that to the other side? So we're tapping and tap in. Tap and tap in. Tap back and tap in, and we'll repeat the same. Tap and in, side and in, back and in. Keeping the foot wide, we reach and side and back and again, forward, side, back and in. Let's have a little go with that lift. So we're going to go forward, lifting, side, lifting, working those glutes, back, lifting and in. One more time. Forward, lift, side, lift. You got this. Back, lift, and in. Another really nice exercise that we can do is we can play with curtsies. Never know when you need one. So again, you can use a chair, use a table. We're going to cross our center line. We're going to take one leg. We're going to reach it back behind us. And we're going to give a nice little curtsy and take the foot back. And again, a little curtsy. And back. So I don't really mind what you do with your arms here. If you'd prefer to have them move wherever they feel like they're helping kind of counterbalance, then that's fine. And let's keep it nice and small. Try the other side. Bearing in mind that we're often different, left and right, just partly why you're here, exploring the differences, seeking that balance and nice balance of strength and alignment across the body. One more. Well done. Now we can take our curtsies a little further. And if we're just keeping it small with the reach back, what happens if we're able to tap and take the knee up in front? Tap, little curtsy. Tap, lift. Nice work, back, curtsy. And once you build confidence with this, you might find that that leg can come back. And then we bring that leg forward in front and lift, and we go back. And we come forward and lift, and we can go back. And we come forward, lift, one more, and back, and to the other side. So again, it's that little curtsy. And tap, lift. So working that front abdominals, back, working the outside glute, lift, and back. And if you feel ready, have a go at taking that knee up, and reach into that curtsy, and lift. Give me two more, back for the curtsy, up and lift, and one more, back for the curtsy, up and lift. Nice job, well done. The other thing we can do is we can look down and imagine you're in the center of an analog clock. So we've got 12 o'clock in front, 3, 6, and 9. So you'll have your own version of your clock down in front of you. I'm going to look down, looking ahead at my 12 o'clock. I'm going to soften my knees. I'm going to take one leg and I'm going to reach it out towards my 4 o'clock. So I'm not crossing my body here. So I'm reaching out to my 4 o'clock and I'm taking that reach behind me. Out to 4 o'clock and in. Now you can make your clock as big as you like. If you've got space where you are, you can really lower this leg to take that leg a little further. The further you reach, the further it is to come back in. And you're going to feel that muscle work stabilizing you through the stable leg, reaching up through the working leg. One more, reach, and in. And then it's similar to a curtsy. We're going to take it back, crossing under, and I'm going to think about more like 7 o'clock, passing that 6 o'clock, reaching out behind and bring it back in. This time pushing out my clock, reaching away a little further. So maybe for this you've got your hand on the chair, or you're just keeping that leg in a little closer, and let's try that to the other side. So again, I'm sinking nice and low. I've got a soft knee bend. I'm going to take my left leg out now to about 8 o'clock, and reach, and reach, and in, reach, and then crossing it behind, coming back into that 4, 5 o'clock, and tap 2, 4, 5 o'clock, and tap, reach, and tap, reach, and tap. Well done. What happens when we take one leg in front of it? So again, I've got one working leg and the other leg that's on its tippy toe, ready for a lift. So I'm going to take my arms out and I'm going to curl around. I'm going to be flexing forward, tipping forward a little bit. I'm going to look down at that toe. It's almost like I'm going to conjure up a spell. I'm going to get that leg to float. So we're lifting up through, drawing in through the low tummy to take the weight of the leg, drop that toe down, and then expand, open the front of the chest. And then we're going to curl forward again, looking at that same toe, float, lower, and open. Give me 2 more, rounding, float the toe, down, and open, and give me another, down, lift, and open. Let's change that leading toe in front. I have a soft knee at the back here, curling forward with that flexion to lift that toe, and lower up through extension, opening up that chest, and forward, rounding forward, float, and extend, and around, float, and extend, and one more, float, and extend. And let's finish with a nice little bit of spinal twist. We'll have our feet about shoulder width apart again, hands together, pushing down to activate those legs. So then see if you can take the heel lift for me. So we just put our weight onto our toes. We're going to rotate the upper body only. So I want your headlights to stay shining at me as we rotate around. And then come back through. Other side. Turn. And come back through. Lower the heels and let's soft bounce to the knees and bring ourselves up onto our toes for a full balance. Reach, lift, reaching up, drop the shoulders down. Now find your glutes, squeeze your glutes, and soften off. Give me another one. Scoot up, lock it in, shoulders down, reach, and lower. One more. Up, lock it in, balance here, balance, and lowering it down. Well done. All right, we're going to keep building on this and adding in a few more exercises to continue your challenge. Work within your means, do what you can, and don't hesitate to use chairs to build yourself on this journey. Well done.